Centuries, Africans were taken away from their homelands and thrown into ships that carried them away to new lands, recently discovered by the great European powers of that era. After arriving, they were kept like cattle. Enslaved Africans were branded with red-hot irons and housed in crowded, infectious slave quarters. In the age of great discoveries, enslaved Africans were a valuable commodity. After days of intensive work, exhausted, these enslaved Africans were gathered into their quarters, receiving poor rations of food, becoming extremely undernourished and sick. Dutch invasions between 1624 and 1630 caused temporary disorganization in the farms and the sugar mills of Brazil, which were primarily manned by enslaved Africans. For those Africans, these invasions brought an opportunity to escape. Taking advantage of the nearby forest, they hid themselves and formed communities that would become known as Colombos. They were well organized politically and socially, like African tribal society. And the leader of the Colombos was a king called Ganga Zumba, later shortened to simply Zumbi. This king was a great general who became famous because of his defensive skills and numerous victories against the Portuguese enslavers. When the Dutch were expelled from Brazil, the oppressors sent out armed expeditions to recapture the fugitives and to destroy the Colombos. Without a substantial amount of weapons, the Colombos realized that they would have to defend themselves with their hands and their feet. They created a style of self-defense that would stand against weapons and firearms. This style of fighting is called Capoeira de Angola. Capoeiras were the name of the brushwoods where the fugitives entrenched themselves, and it was believed that the first group of enslaved Africans who arrived in Brazil were from Angola. In 1890, Capoeira was outlawed in Brazil, and it remained outside of the law until 1928, when Master Bemba founded what was known as Luta Regional Baiana, a fusion of Capoeira, Angola, and Batuque, which is street fighting. It was later called Capoeira Regional. During this time, Capoeira became more than just a fight. It achieved national recognition and became what it is today: a dance, a sport, a game, and an artistic expression of freedom. But moreover, it represents a mode and method of self-defense, more direct than encoding religious practices, nevertheless as effective in facilitating collective resistance from a population of oppressors. The berimbau is a single-string percussion instrument, if you will, a musical bow, from Brazil. And there's not much doubt that the berimbau's origins are in Africa, as no indigenous Brazilian nor European people use musical bows, and very similar instruments are played in the southern parts of Africa. The berimbau is incorporated into the practice of capoeira, where it commands how the capoeiristas move in their roda, which is a circular formation within which capoeiristas perform the art form. The instrument is also a significant part of candomblé tradition.
Vou explicar como é feito os berimbau verdadeiro. Madeira tirada no mato por 15 dias, depois de seca, a madeira chamada berimbau. Então se bota um pedaço de couro, mete-se o arame e depois passa um seriguelis. É a única coisa. Não é como os berimbau de Angola, que eles tiram a madeira verde, pintam e vendem aos turistas por um bom berimbau. No entanto, o berimbau autêntico, verdadeiro, são esses. São esses que eu faço. Vamos ouvir agora o hino da capoeira regional da Bahia, tocado pelo mestre Dino.